Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, balls and specters, my name is NarfArf and welcome to I Grabbed, I Played, I Liked. Today, as we can see, we're having a look at Spectraball, and I'm not going to talk much before we get into it because I just want to show you the first level of the game without spoiling too much for you, so here we go. This is what you see first when you start, which is kind of a ball. We can roll around using the WASD keys. I'll just go through the training. It's not much of a tutorial, but it's pretty good to give you a sense of what's going on. Okay, as you can see at the top, it tells us how to move. So right, to the next room, space to hop over the gap, done. And maneuvering, that's going to be a big part of the game. Yeah, it's pretty simple in that sense. There we go. Then you get power-ups like that. You get speed and jumping power-ups. And alright, so this is where the game is kind of special in compared to other ball rolling simulators, in that you get certain abilities. Like right now you have power break, and power break allows you to stop on command. Alright, I think we've understood that, right? Pretty simple. Rolling around. You can also use a controller, but I'm currently using my keyboard. You can also use a joystick, if I remember correctly, but I don't have one of those. And let's just get into it. Okay, so we'll play through the first level here. And I am probably gonna fail horribly at it. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, it's fairly simple right now. Just getting over a bridge. What I really want you to notice right now is the aesthetics. Like, they may not be super pretty, but they're pretty relaxing. Like, this is a game I can chill to. Also the soundtrack, it's really funky. Whoa. Keep in mind the game was created in 2008, so some of the visuals may be a little bit in terms of the graphical fidelity. Like the water, not the best. But you know what? It's alright. So let's keep moving along here. I don't know what else there is to tell, really. The controls seem, I don't know, it's fairly smooth. You can definitely influence the way you're going very, very easily. And you can very quickly come to a stop. And you can, well, you can just as easily fail. Of course, the game does have a checkpoint system, so that if you die, you aren't taken back to the start. That would be a bit tedious for someone just looking to play a casual indie game. Alright, let's see where this takes us. Up here, okay. And there's a pressure plate. As you can see, pressure plates kind of activate little things in the environment, like a gate, or maybe causing some way to, or a, what do I call it, a gate to fall down that you'll need to be using in order to access the rest of the level. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. I know this all seems a little confusing, and I don't, you know what, don't feel it. Don't sweat it. Once you get into it, it's really, really simple to play around with. As you can see here, we're just going up this mountainside. Also, you can control the camera, and the camera is actually very, very free. As in, you can choose any angle you want, but this also leads to some pretty amusing derp going on with the camera. Just this, for example, you can just scroll the camera right through the environment. It's not as pretty, but I like it for functionality. It would have been nice if it didn't go through the terrain, but hey, it's that or having a camera that isn't as smooth. So yeah. And let's just get to the top here. Now keep in mind, this is the very first level of the game, and since I have played it before, I think the first time I went through here I died a couple of, maybe 6 times, I think. It's not the most difficult of games. Certainly not the... It's certainly not the most casual either, because you can't just sit around playing. Like, you need to actually get some focus once you reach the later stages. Let's just get to the top here. I think we're almost at the end of the level now. Alright. And... wow. Wow. My puzzling skills are not what they have been. Or will ever be. Oh, come on. There we go. And jump. Hooray. Alright. So have a look at the top left corner right now. You can see that my actions have been recorded in the leaderboard. The leaderboard kind of tracks what you've done. Like you can see, I'm currently numbered 1238 on the world leaderboard. The scores are kept in time, so the faster you complete a level, the further you move up the leaderboard. Yeah, so... okay. And you can see there's a lot more levels. I'm not going to go through all of them, I can just show you them really briefly. There's a desert. And there is the volcano. And then there is Snowland. Snowy peaks, if they call it. And the ruins in the sky. And the towering mountain, which is basically a huge ass mountain. And finally space. So you can see, you can probably guess the levels are very varied in how they're laid out. But the gameplay itself is actually very easy to get used to and not all that hard to adapt once you learn like what's the new part of this level, like what's special here and what's special there. Okay, so that's pretty much enough of gameplay. I'm gonna show you the options menu. As you can see, there's a sensitivity menu for both joysticks and mouse. And you can get your axes, like if you want to invert them. And there's a fully remappable key settings. That's pretty nice to have, really. It's not often you get a game for this cheap that actually has that. And then there's the video settings. The resolution doesn't go up to 1920 times 1080 as I'd wanted, but hey, it's good here. The quality goes up to beautiful. I would have had it in beautiful, but it gave me some recording problems, so we're keeping it at good. And you can go to not full screen and yada yada, you know what it is. So, as you may or may not have noticed, the game just crashed on there for a second. That's the disadvantage of these older, slightly cheaper games. There are things they don't like you doing, and I can mention that if you're running with fraps and you're recording, the game has a tendency of saying if you want to exit a stage while recording. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna crash instead. Lovely, isn't it? But anyway, I promised you to show you the minigames. They are Arena, which is basically dodge as many balls as you can. Laser Jump, which is basically dodge a laser that changes pace to become faster and faster. And then there's Crate Chaos, where you basically have to jump from crate to avoid dying. Then there's also a custom map scene, which is full of interesting and unique maps. Some of it is pretty weird, some of it is okay, some of it reminds me of the game itself, with some added bonuses, and some of it is basically just maps from the campaign that are longer, so that's pretty cool. Also, you get customization options, as always. You have your skins, like you have the classic skins, and as you go through the levels, you get new skins. So as you can see, because I've completed the game, I have all the skins, all up to Ancient. And also you get different power-ups. Right now you have Power Break, that's the one you start with which allows you to break instantly. Then you have Teleport Beacon, which basically allows you to place a beacon to teleport back in case you're about to fall down. And Double Jump. I don't think I need to explain Double Jump, do I? No. But I think I'll go ahead and go through the second level as I explain a few more details about the game. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, the game is developed by Shorebound Studios, which consists of Jonathan Davies and Ryan Burkney. The original version was released back in 2008, and this version, which is the extended edition, was released December 2012. The extended edition essentially just gave you more levels to play around with. Currently the game is up on Steam for €4.99, or your regional equivalent, and as of, I think it's until February the 13th, it is on sale, 25% off. That means €3, and wow, that's bad. €3. God damn it, €3.26. And you know what? That's cheaper than a lot of other games that do exactly the same thing. So I'd say, you know what? If you like playing around with balls and physics, this is a game for you. Let's just... I can't get through this. Sorry guys, I've done my best. Thank you for today, and this has been NarfArf signing out.